Hey artists and creators, J-Star here, and today I want to show you an amazing tool for cutting stamps. I have looked forever to find stamp scissors, like a perforating edge. I have all of these stickers that are stamps, but they are straight edged. And I want them, well, that's different. I want to show you something different. But like these are all stamps with the picture of a torn stamp edge. But I want real stamp edges. I want that texture. I want it to be real. And I've looked and looked and looked, and the closest I found is these. They have the stamp shape to them, but they are, as we say, mocher. That is not a stamp perforation. I've tried many things. I've even gone so far as to use the tiny hole punch and punch lines of holes and then cut through them or tear them. Ridiculous. But then I was watching Allison from Words and Pictures. She has a beautiful YouTube channel. Allison it's Words and Pictures. Yeah, I think that's right. Words and Pictures with Allison. And she just sort of offhandedly pulled out these scissors to cut something with a stamp edge. And I was like, what? And they're amazing. It's the simplest thing ever. It's hairdresser thinning shears. And now, oddly, I've seen these all my life because my grandmother was actually a trained esthetician, beautician. She cut hair. She cut my hair a lot of the time. She ended up creating several salons and selling them to other beauticians. And then she went into retail business, and that's where it really took off. But that's another story for another day. But I've seen these scissors laying around her house and our house all my life and never once thought about them. But what they do is give you a basically perforated edge. Now, again, this is that stamp with a fake, or a sticker with a fake edge, and you just cut along that edge. And then sometimes you will get these longer tails, which I just go back with the regular scissors and cut them down a little bit. And if there's anything hanging on, but now that looks like a stamp, right? It's got the 3D rough edge and it's incredible. I love it. And so simple, like this one. And I'm just going to cut right on top of that printed stamp line. I have lots of regular stamps, but I have tons of these sticker stamps. Oh, I think that's just the backing. Okay, but look at that now. It's a perfect stamp, right? And like when that gets glued down, that's going to be amazing. Now, the other thing is I have some images that are stamps, are meant to be stamps. They have the number there, but they're not stamps. They have a straight edge. So again, taking the shears, and by the way, I got these on Amazon, and I think they were $6, $5.99 US. I'm going right along the outline on this one just to kind of follow the architecture of what's already there. Okay, I was gonna make a short video, but I just want to do a few things just to get you an idea. It'll still be short. Maybe I can speed it up. Trim it up a little bit. And then we have a beautiful stamp, a real feeling stamp. Now, the other thing that you can do is make your own stamps. Now these, I'm working on an Alice in Wonderland project right now, and I just cut images from the book, glued it to a little piece of cardstock, and then I stamped a number in the corner, so it's like the price. And then I'm just going to go back and through the white, I'm going to cut the line. So cool. I mean, it's like it's a real stamp. The other thing you can use it for, tickets. These tickets, and I see them all the time, get torn right there on perforation. So adding this little bit of detail can just bring up the realism of some of the, the fake ephemera that we use all the time. So now you've got the little edge on the thing. One last thing I want to show you is this is actually a sticker of a poster, but again, we can turn this into a stamp by simply adding the stamped edge. And so I'm just going to cut off the top edge, the writing on the top, okay? And then I'm going to go that same distance from the side. Same again on this side. And then I'm just going to cut off the tiny words and leave the Picasso and the P. Okay. And then I could come back in here and stamp a number onto it to make it, look like a thing. But there you've got a stamp from a poster. And you see things like this in magazines all the time, like advertising art shows and stuff. Make your own stamps. Like, how cute is that? Or make fake stamps look more real with hair thinning scissors. I can't even believe it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what your favorite crafting art tool is. From Funkin' Dazzles, this is J-Star saying have a great day and keep creating.